Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back. Happy Easter, happy Passover, happy springtime to all of you. Such a beautiful time of year with all the trees in bud and the flowers are blooming and this beautiful cycle of rebirth and growth and new beginnings. It's such an exciting time of year, and I encourage all of you guys to think about the direction that you want to go in and what avenues do you want to explore, what journeys do you want to embark on, what adventures do you want to take. We're having an adventure soon. We're going to Washington, D.C. area for the Fluid Art Boutique, which is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited to see all of you guys there. I can't wait. So, it is Easter Sunday. It's also Passover. And I was reminded of this cool pour we did last year on Easter. We did some ostrich eggs. I saw my friends Lee and Jeremy Massey doing some ostrich eggs the other day, and it was so much fun, and it reminded me of these. This one was... This was the fun one, HOA. Do you remember we were speckling it with the brush? And then we had that cool holographic sun powder on there.
Pollock style.
Which is very fun. And then we had our the bloomin' egg. This one was actually a bloom with cell activator, and we blew it with the leaf blower. That was a lot of fun. And of course you do deal with gravity and dripping, so it doesn't look exactly like it did at the beginning, but it was awesome. It was so much fun to do. And then we had one that was a ring pour, I believe. And this had some speckles on it also. So just lots of fun. Got our little Easter bunny there and some Easter candy, some beautiful springtime flowers. So that was a lot of fun. But I will link that video up here in the corner for you guys, so you guys can check it out. I have a couple of things to show you. I have good news and not so good news. Let's start with the good news. This is the dried results of our Groovy Firebird. Which I think it goes this way.
Oh, yeah, there's the one.
That's the one?
Yep. Herbs.
So this is our Groovy Firebird, and I love this color palette. That Pyrole Orange and the beautiful lemon Azo Yellow and that gorgeous permanent violet dark with the Quinacridone Violet. All of these beautiful lines and this gradation in here and these gorgeous pops of color. So I have actually mixed up the same colors to use again today because I liked it so much. So I wanted to show you the dried results of that one. Really fun stuff. And then... now for the not so good news. In our Clutching Our Pearls video, I had done that 15 by 30 pearl pour, and I had talked about wanting to use my lady stencil after I had done the small one, which turned out so pretty. And we used the TriArt liquid glass on her. Can you see the bling, HOA?
Yep.
On the piggies. Bling, 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 bling. So this is with this little piggy pigments on top of a pearl pour. You can get your own This Little Piggy Pigments at Fluid Art Co. So we tried to do this one, and then did it, and some things happened. So
thank you, Gail.
Yes, thank you, Gail. Actually, she's right here too. So this is the result of our clutching my pearls with the stencil on her. I had the stencil on it. We did it. Everything was looking fantastic. I was standing here looking at it, and I had the stencil laid out next to her, and then this gust of wind came over and blew the stencil right on top of the edge, and I was very upset. So, but actually I'm kind of happy that it happened because I get to talk to you guys about what I did to correct that situation. I thought briefly about scraping it, but I thought it would have left marks where it had originally been, where the pigment was, so I decided against that. And I did decide to wait until it was dry, and then I simply took the stencil and I laid it on top of where it was previously. And because there's a bit of a raised edge, it kind of fit on there like a puzzle piece. I went over the areas that had been damaged, but what I did not do is go over it with the gel gloss first. And this is actually a really good example of showing you the difference between these beautiful sharp lines like we have over here, and then over here where this orange is and this turquoise is, it's kind of lumpy and it's not real smooth and crisp like this. It doesn't have this definition. I mean, it's still pretty and it's still nice, but it doesn't have the definition like this does. So I was unhappy with myself about doing that. I didn't think that I needed another coat of gel gloss, but I did. I've seen a couple of posts from you guys where you guys have been trying the stencils, and I'm so pleased that you have. I love it, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. To go over that recipe again, that's just the Liquitex gloss gel, not the gloss medium, gloss gel. So this is like a paste. It's fairly creamy, it's fairly thick. Okay, this is not liquid. and I mix the pigments directly with this, a scoop of this, a scoop of the pigments. We put the stencil down, we did a layer of the gloss gel first, and that's what gives us that nice sharp defined raised edge. And then we take the pigments that are mixed with the gel gloss and we put them on top of the stencil, and then we lift it up. And I will link the videos for you where I do that. I think Heart Flower was one, Filigree was another one. So there were a few. But if you use the gel gloss and you use it first, then it helps you get this definition that is missing right in here. So this is a lesson learned one. Also, another word about this, I think maybe this stencil is a little too small just by itself. So I was actually thinking of ways that I could do something else to it, and I actually found these little flowers. I was thinking, HOA, what do you think about this? Of maybe embellishing this with these, maybe gluing these on.
You probably cover up that spot they don't look so much.
So what do you think? You like the, yeah, we could put one of those on top of there. So I don't know.
I like that.
The next time you see this, it might have these flowers glued on here. But you know, play with your stuff. Nothing is ever set in stone. If you don't like it, you can keep playing with it until you do like it. So I might do that. I think it's kind of cool. You have a hot glue gun, right, Troy?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's an idea. But so again, to recap, if something should happen and part of it should get messed up, just kind of wait until it's dry, and then maybe apply another layer of gel gloss just to that area that you're going to redo, and then another layer of the color, rather than what I did here, which was messed up. Also, keep the scale of your stencil in mind in relation to the canvas size that you're using, so that you don't end up with this other situation we have where she's a little bit small. So, okay, so now that I've showed you all of that, let's get started with what we're actually going to paint today. I am loving those colors that we used in that Firebird one. So I have actually mixed up those colors again with one small difference. And the one difference is we're using Winsor Newton Violet instead of the Amsterdam Permanent Violet Dark. So let's show you what we've got first of all. I have here Quinacridone Violet. And this is the one that I painted my sides and edges with. That canvas is over here. I'll bring you over. This is a 20 by 20. So the paint tonight is mixed with Liquitex Gloss Medium and Floetrol and water. Actually, no water, just Floetrol, because my Floetrol is kind of thin. So that's the Quinacridone Violet from Golden, and this is the last of it in my tub, so I'm going to have to get some more. But I love that color. It's so pretty, and it dried so beautifully. Okay, then we have Quinacridone Rose from Amsterdam, which is beautiful. Very, very pretty. Okay, and then we have our gold. This is our Pyrole Orange from Golden, which I'm kind of loving this color lately. I was never a huge fan of orange, but I love the pop of brightness that this is bringing to the pieces. Really, really cool. Let me pull that other one up so you can see it again. Just awesome stuff. And that's the Pyrole Orange in here. And then we have our Lemon Azo Yellow from Amsterdam. That's this one. Ooh, the lid came off. Okay. Not super thin today, leaving a mound on a mound and then sinking into itself pretty quickly. Okay. And then we have our usual suspects, our DecoArt Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold. And our Amsterdam Titanium White with a little bit of the Satin Enamels in pure white. And this is something I really enjoy doing after I've used a color palette and I see how the colors interact with each other. Then I'm more comfortable, and sometimes I like to play with that palette a couple of different times to see which interactions I can make happen again. Like I love this, which is the orange and the Quinacridone Violet and little stripies of the permanent blue violet. So lots of fun stuff. Again, I encourage you guys to play with your paint, have fun. enjoy yourselves, try new things. You know, it's only paint. Okay, so what are we going to do today? I was thinking that I would kind of like to do a flip and lip, and I think I actually want to do it with a couple of smaller cups rather than one big huge one. This is a 20 by 20, so we need about 16 ounces of paint. So my options are, I have some little 10-ounce cups someplace. I also have these little 5-ounce Dixie Cups, so I could actually do 3 of these. That would be 15 ounces, or I could do 4 of them, and that would be 20 ounces. Or I could do 2 10-ounce cups. I think I want to do 4 of these. All right, so we're going to do 4 5-ounce cups, and we're going to do flippin' lips, or flippin' drags, or flippin' whatever we want to do. I'm going to start with a little bit of gold in the bottom of each one. Just a little bit. I'm not even pouring it. I'm just drizzling it off the stick because I don't want a lot at all. Keep in mind when you're using smaller cups, obviously use smaller layers. We're going to start with some of that Quinacridone Violet on top. And again, I'm drizzling them off the stick rather than layering them how I normally do because I don't want to put too much of any one thing. I'm going to put a little bit of white on there. I don't want to get a big huge layer of one color in the middle. I want to have all the colors showing up. Okay, now we're going to put some of our orange in. And more of that. Yellow. And the yellow kind of took over, so I'm not going to put 2 scoops, just going to put 1 of each. Okay, woo. Let's see. Let's put some of our, well, let's put some gold in first. And I'm not being super neat about this. This is going to be flipped over and dragged around, so doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, let's put some of our Quinacridone Rose. Okay, now we're going to do our Winsor Newton Violet. That's such a pretty color. Back to our Quinacridone Violet. A little bit of orange. How come my nose always starts itching when I've got gloves on?
Because you can't do anything about it. Without getting paint all over your face.
I found this picture of the kids this morning when they were little, and we had them all dressed up. He had eggs around the yard, and they brought all the stuffed animals outside to help them hunt. I think that was the summer that, or the spring that Robin came to visit, remember?
Yep.
And we went and bought ladybugs. In case you guys don't know, ladybugs eat all kinds of critters in your garden, like aphids, which are bad. So if you wet down your garden and you release ladybugs right after you've wet down the garden around dusk, then the ladybugs will probably stick around and stay and have babies there. And when the ladybug babies hatch, they are hungry and they go in search of aphids.
You can usually buy ladybugs at a garden center.
Yeah, any of your garden centers. So that was a lot of fun. We did that one spring with Robin and like just released ladybugs. It was so much fun to see them like crawling all over the place.
Should I tell a joke while you're doing it?
Do you have a joke to tell?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Is
it a clean joke?
You're gonna say it's my favorite. My favorite clean joke.
Oh, I know what this is. Okay.
So there's this guy who lives in New York. He lives in a high-rise, fancy building with a doorman. So this guy's leaving his apartment building. He sees a doorman. He tips his hat to the doorman. And he goes on his way. He gets about a block. And he notices down the alley, he sees 6 baby penguins. And he thinks to himself, 6 baby penguins? This isn't a good place for 6 baby penguins. So he gathers all the penguins up and he herds them back to his building. And he sees Joe. He says, "Hey Joe, I need you to do me a favor. Take these penguins to the zoo for me." And Joe says, "Okay, boss." So the next day, the guy's leaving his apartment building and he sees Joe. And Joe's got the penguins. He says, "Joe, what are you doing? I asked you to take these penguins to the zoo." He said, "I did, boss. And we had so much fun. Today we're going to the movies."
But okay. That's pretty funny. Okay. All right. So we've got our 4 flip cups ready to go. And then we can use any paint that we need as a flow extender. Okay. We're going to go across the top and across the bottom. Okay. So was I going to put down a public oak? No. Okay. All right. So we're going to flip this one over here.
Okay, go ahead.
Splatter. And then we're going to put this one over here. So if that's the line, we're going to come slightly over this way a bit. And then we're going to do the same thing up here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we're going to do this one over here. Okay. So we're going to just give that a second to percolate.
The summer wind, it began.
Came blowing in.
That's
From
right.
across the sea. Oh, it's gonna be stuck in my head all day. Lingered there to touch your hair. Okay, ready?
It goes on and on.
All right. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
Yes, my love.
I like that. Here we go. Okay, so that's a flip and drag. That's really pretty. I like that. I'm going to go along the side here. It's a little muddy, so I don't recommend doing this. Don't do this.
Here's an example of what not to do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can see that all the different colors in here versus this line is a little muddy. Okay, so we're not going to do that. Are you ready, darling?
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to pull this one this way towards me. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and just be patient and let that come out. Okay. Look inside that cup though. Look how pretty those are. Okay, let's turn this around and we'll pull those 2 down. Okay, are you ready, honey?
Yes, ma'am.
Here we go. I'm letting all the paint out up there at the top. Okay. And one more. Yeah?
Yeah, eyelets.
And I let it out all up there. Okay. Well, that's okay. This is actually okay because there's the first 2 that we did were heavier over here and the second 2 are heavier over there. But look how pretty that is. That's beautiful. Alright, I'm going to put some orange around the edge here. Because I don't want to lose what's happening over there. And I'll put some over here too. Okay. All right. Let's see. This is pretty. Let's torch it real quick. So there is no silicone in my paint. We are getting cells from that action of dragging the cup quickly. All right, let's tilt this out and see what happens. So we're just going to kind of walk it down side to side to get it to meet. Like those lines are touching, that's good. Maybe we'll come down this way first. go over the corner. Okay. Get that one to go over the corner. I'm going to take this back down this way. And I'm moving it a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. I'm not just tilting it straight down. Okay, now that those are all touching each other, I can take this part down and just cover that edge. And then we're going to go this way. Yellow is kind of yellowy green. Interesting. Go over that edge. Ooh. I don't know if I like what's happening with the yellow. Looks green to me. Does it look? It's probably because it put it close to the blue violet or the Winsor Newton violet.
It's kind of greenish anyway to me.
I don't like what's happening there. We're gonna have to do another cup on, so let's just finish tilting this out fast. I love this. This is really pretty, and we could actually leave this edge. I don't know. We'll see. Well, we could just keep tilting some of that bottom edge off that I don't like and stretch out the part that I do like. Because I do love what's happening up here at the top. What do you think? Should I keep it or pour another one? Flip another cup on there?
I think you're going to need to flip another cup.
Okay. And I do kind of love that too. This is the only thing that I don't really like right there.
Oh, that should might be able to tilt off. I thought you did like the whole side.
I mean, on one hand, it's kind of neat that there's those pink and purple cells popping up through that yellowy green, but I don't know. It's not pure yellow. It's like a green yellow, which I don't like. All right, we're gonna do another cup. I think I'm gonna do a bigger cup. So.
That yellow looks very green to me anyway.
Yeah, but when you put it next to the blue violet, then it's picking up this weird blue cast, which I'm not crazy about. All right, we're gonna do one. We may not fill it up all the way, but let's try this again. Okay, we're gonna split gold, and I am gonna layer this one how I usually do. Put white in there. Some violet. Some orange, some pyrole orange, and yellow. We'll just sandwich the yellow in between the white and the orange, where I like it, to keep it away from that blue violet. Some pink in there. Another violet, another layer of white, just to lock that in. Some pink on this side, orange.
That's 16 ounces right here?
Yeah. And just because you said that, I'm going to put another layer. Alright, let's get rid of these, even though they are very pretty. Alright, we're going to do a flip and lip on this one probably. So I actually like that edge. So I'm gonna cut, and I like this corner too. So I'm gonna put this kind of like right in the middle and sort of take it this way and kind of get rid of the part that I don't like. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness? Here we go. Oh! Well, that didn't quite work as expected, but look how cool. Okay, we're gonna lift this up and kind of lip it around a little bit.
He's on down the road.
There's a lot of paint over here for just this one corner, but that's okay. That's what tilting is for. Okay, that's pretty. Oops. Forgot to put on my do not disturb. But that's okay, this is looking really cool. And I love those cells that are popping up in there. We lost some of the part that I really liked, but that's, you know, it's the chance you take, I guess, huh? Okay, I'm gonna just sort of walk this down a little bit. Go down that way, and go down that way. I think we're gonna lose that edge. That's okay. What do you think, HOA? Should I try to take this orange and magenta down off of that corner and lose some of this, or kind of take it back and leave it where it is?
No, actually, like ready to go towards you.
Towards me.
Stretch out all the goodness. It looks like an elephant to me.
No, I think we need to come off of there. Point.
Seal.
That's pretty cool. I still love this side, but I like that side now. I'm happier. A lot of gold cells coming up in here. We're gonna torch this too, and that's probably gonna give us more. But I love this orange and the violet next to each other. And I love that pink too, the Quinacridone Rose. Let's torch this. Oh my. Okay. Alright. So that's pretty cool. I love this. This is so pretty in there. That violet with the orange. I love all these cells. Can you get... Yeah, perfect. Cool. I like it. What do you think, HOA? You're good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not exactly what we had started out intending, but that's okay. You know, you got to go with the flow. See where the paint wants to go. See where it takes you sometimes. And be open-minded. So I will show you this one when it's dry. Thank you guys so much for being here with us today. HOA and I wish you a very, very happy springtime, happy Easter, happy Passover, happy everything that everyone celebrates. Stop and smell the flowers and then go paint something. Go play. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll see you real soon.